After exiting my first business, figured out what I was going to do with my life, and I decided that I need to pick up golf because it's just a nicer way to build relationships without being so transactional on the VC or PE side. And I picked the worst time in my life because I had a 6-month-old baby boy. So he was cool, but I had no business trying to learn how to play golf.
Right.
And finding out how expensive golf was as a lifestyle and a habit, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I need to move this from an after-tax expense to a pre-tax expense.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Prosper Brief. We're at the Prosper Forum in Amelia Island. Today, I'm fortunate enough to have Chris Ogboke from Squeez. He's CEO and founder of Squeez. It's awesome having you here. Got to meet you at the forum here over the last couple of days. It's great having you. Tell me a little bit about yourself and Squeez.
Well, thanks for having me, Anthony. It was great to meet you and Julie and the team, and just love everything you guys are doing here at Prosper. So great to meet you and spend more time and get to know you better.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. And really fortunate to have you take a few minutes out to talk to us. And
happy to help what you guys are doing.
Cool. So, and we'll talk about the forum here in a little bit, but I wanted to start with, really liked your story and Squeez. Let's start with Squeez. What is Squeez? What's that all about?
So obviously, I mean, you're home, you're in Cali, right? So getting dinner reservations last minute can be a challenge in itself, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you've got your own ways in getting dinner reservations. So basically, Squeez allows people to text any owner like they're the VIP and see it as like the digitized $50 handshake.
Okay. So it's text-based?
Oh, no, it's a platform of white labels out everywhere.
Cool.
But the real problem that it's solving is, hey, you're last minute, you want to go somewhere nice, and now you can reach out to the owner and ask if they can figure out how to find a spot for you, knowing that you're the one that's setting the price and like digitizing the $50 handshake. So it's extra revenue for them. And it's revenue that they need and should be earning rather than it going on to third-party marketplaces and things.
Great. So from the operator's perspective, so they sign up for the software. Do they have to reserve spots for Squeez?
Well, frankly, once they start seeing the demand of last-minute requests, people trying to walk in, then they can actually start planning for it. Okay. There's no mandatory set aside. It's just they start running their operations just like they would do anyway.
Okay. And then do they get a premium? Can they charge extra for these last minute reservations?
Well, if you think about it from a consumer perspective, we're trained on time, access, and convenience. These are things that we're more than happy to pay for. Okay. And through Squeez, the consumer gets to set the price that they're comfortable paying to nudge an operator to open up a spot. Cool.
That's a really cool solution to that problem. So,
well, it's a felt problem for myself being last minute with young kids and everything else. I don't have time to be planning ahead. And when I'm looking for an experience or when I go somewhere half decent, I mean, if you're available the day off, maybe that's saying more about availability and reviews or demand than it really should be. So.
Yep. That's great. So how long has Squeez been around for?
So I came up with the idea probably 18 months ago.
Okay.
And then went live in March in Caesar's Palace.
Awesome. So how about some of the brands that are using it right now?
Oh man, well, I've just been really lucky with the most amazing pilot partner in Caesar's. I mean, obviously, Bacchanal Buffet is one of the largest restaurants in the country. So much volume, so much demand. And even in a quiet market, we're seeing that people will pay what they need to pay to get what they want when they want it. But more than that, they've just been an excellent partner, probably because they're sitting on so much consumer data and they're really focused on the guest experience. And people don't want to wait.
Yeah.
So it's just been a brilliant experience to collaborate with them, build with them, and see where the platform goes now, particularly in the other verticals as well as restaurants.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then how did you come up with the idea?
Well, it's a felt pain, right? Yeah. So after exiting my first business, figuring out what I was going to do with my life, and I decided that I need to pick up golf because it's just a nicer way to build relationships without being so transactional on the VC or
Yeah.
PE side. And I picked the worst time in my life because I had a 6-month-old baby boy. So he was cool, but I had no business trying to learn how to play golf.
Right.
And finding out how expensive golf was as a lifestyle and a habit, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I need to move this from an after-tax expense to a pre-tax expense. And hey, if I could actually just do that and then create enough of a fund to be able to like give back to charities over the course of 20 years, that's over $1 million. I'm good. We're going to be fine. So that was the kind of the whole thing where I felt pain in the cost of golf and then trying to just figure out a way to manage my lifestyle around it. And then talking to operators and understanding just the challenges with access, scheduling. Yeah, it was just, okay, well, hold on a minute. I think
Cool.
people are willing to pay for convenience.
Cool. The first company that you exited, tell me a little bit about that too. What was that?
Well, I was running talent acquisition for one of the corporate functions at PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Okay.
And PwC is basically a big staffing company for tax folks, advisors, and auditors. And running talent acquisition is just me. And I'm thinking, well, I'm in the wrong business here. Let me figure out how to do something entrepreneurial. And I met a guy who'd been doing healthcare staffing for 20 years. And then we created one of the first Uber-like nurse staffing platforms. So matching up healthcare systems and nurses through like an Uber-like app. And timing, luck, it just took off.
Yeah.
So the thing went from like 1.5 million to a couple $100 million in top line revenue. And yeah, after that startup, was kind of addicted to, hey, let's
do some more.
Let's do some more. And I was actually building out another healthcare business when Squeeze came up and the idea, because it was never supposed to be a big thing.
Yeah. So from healthcare to the hospitality industry, have you had any experience with the hospitality industry before? And how is it coming into this industry now?
You know what I think one of the funniest things I've experienced is hospitality. I've built things in healthcare. Do you know how difficult it is regulation-wise, compliance? Hospitality is going to be easy. There's so much less red tape. But it's a relationship game.
Yeah.
And it's been such a privilege. And frankly, it's just a different energy in hospitality than it is in healthcare.
Yeah.
Both solving real pain points for consumers in different ways. But I mean, I do find that in hospitality, you're meeting a lot of cool people that you would stop and meet at the airport and chat to anyway.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
That's the cool aspect of being in the hospitality. Yeah, everybody's so hospitable,
right? And
willing to talk, and the restaurant owners are all amazing, and and you're getting great food all the time,
right?
So you mentioned this though about the healthcare industry being regulated. It's amazing though how regulated the hospitality industry is though too. And now in California we're dealing with disclosure on prices, and it's amazing the regulations that these operators have to put up with. And but it's this type of software that's developing, like through Squeeze, helping operators get customers and fill those seats that go unfilled throughout the day.
It's interesting you say that, because obviously when you start with an idea and you really get into having those conversations with the operators, things do begin to start broadening out. So as much as there's like that whole thing around apex times where everybody should be busy Friday, Saturday, Sunday into the evenings, there's also those pockets of time where this demand is softer. So been really enjoying some strategic partnerships, driving demand to empty tables or emptier tables and more softer hours for them, which has been such a privilege because that's a felt pain.
Yeah.
The cost of an empty table is brutal, especially on such razor thin margins.
Right.
So it's just been a privilege helping that out.
Yeah.
But then there's also a part of the platform where you can almost like build out your own loyalty network, which is kind of cool.
That's what I was thinking about next.
So
you've got that data, so the loyalty is almost built in with the software.
You got it. I mean, like, as much as I love like Google and everything else when it comes to like pay-per-click, and big fan of paid marketing when it comes to driving demand and creating awareness, but literally through Squeeze, you can receive email addresses and cell phone numbers of local people They like your spot so much that they're willing to pay to get a time and spot that they want. And it's up to the operator to then use that information and that data to build out their own community, almost turning in their restaurant into like Cheers or something like that, where everybody knows your name and everybody can text the owner like a VIP.
That's great. But thinking through that data for the operators, almost more valuable than filling that seat and getting that premium.
Well, and then again, you get it. You completely get it. It's a premium in itself.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. No, it's a great idea. Love where it's going. So let's talk about Prosper Forum a little bit. Your first year at the forum? Okay.
Yes.
How's it been so far?
It's been it's the whole journey of the whole community. I mean, it's been phenomenal. I met, obviously through the black market reservation bill from that got filed up in New York City. I was lucky enough to meet Melissa, who is Fleischu, who heads up New York State Restaurant Association. Okay. She's been brilliant over the year. Yeah. So when she found out what I was up to and how it was going to help New York restaurants, she's like, you need to meet the team at Prosper and Hattie Hill. And I was like, I have no idea who Prosper and Hattie Hill are. But then it was funny because you guys just had last year's conference. And I'm sure that is one of the coolest FOMO events that ever happened. Like the way that you guys put things out on social media, the energy, people could see that there was something different happening in this community.
Cool.
And it's kind of cool being here a year later, actually experiencing how unique and inclusive and different it actually is.
Okay, cool. No, that's really great. And then, everybody talks about how it's different. How would you describe that the Prosper Forum is different?
Well, I mean, like I'm thinking, even just the concept, a better table, right? You know how you can go to a conference and sometimes everybody's busy. Like we haven't seen our long-time friends. Everybody's got their own roles to do. So when you go to a conference, you kind of just want your group of people you're never going to see until the next quarter or the next year. And you just want to be around your people, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how there's a balance of that, but it's not the main thing. Everybody's still open to meeting new people at all levels and all curiosity and just a little bit more open to it. Yeah. Like I was randomly sitting with myself while Gina and a couple of the guys were coming back from a table yesterday, and then Emily and Joe literally just seen two open spots and sat down next to him. And I was like, oh, hello, well, pleased to meet you. That doesn't really happen at most conferences. And it's just cool, the general curiosity of everybody to find out who's who.
Yeah, no, it's I have to say, it's amazing the quality of people that are coming in, how open they are. And it's great. But it's great having you. Thank you for taking a few minutes out. There's Hattie Hill. Hattie, come on in for a minute. We were just talking about you. Chris was saying how he's come to Prosper because of you.
Absolutely. I love Chris, and he's got a great new concept. Fabulous.
He was just telling us about it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm so glad you're here.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
it means a lot.
And you're with the right guy.
Yeah. Well, it was actually Julie that put me in touch with him. Julie was the first person I met.
Julie's like, you got to interview Chris. He's got to be on the podcast.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. And it's all about the relationship.
Yeah.
So that's why this is the right place to be. It's all about the relationship.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, thanks.
Good to see you.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for being on the podcast,
pleasure.
Taking a few minutes out. Hope you have a good rest of the conference. And if anybody wants to learn more about Squeez, where should they go?
Oh, man, just go to trysqueeze.com.
Okay.
Trysqueeze.com.
Great.
And they can sign up. It doesn't cost them anything to do it.
Okay.
And just excited to see what happens with it.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. And we'll see you around the conference.
Attention emerging leaders in food service and hospitality. Are you ready to accelerate your career? If so, join us for the Accelerate Conference on October 22nd through the 24th at the Omni Hotel in Dallas, Texas. Gain insights from over 1,000 collective years of business and leadership experience. Engage in more than 30 focused breakout sessions. Be inspired by 5 empowering general sessions featuring industry experts. Don't miss this opportunity to build valuable connections and elevate your leadership talent to give your business the competitive edge it deserves. Register today at prosperaccelerate.com.